Morning, everyone. How's everyone? All good. Right, today we'll be talking about MongoDB, just an introduction. So does anyone know what is MongoDB? Anyone?
Database.
What kind of database?
NoSQL.
What is NoSQL?
Not only SQL.
Not only SQL, yeah? So what's the difference between SQL and not only SQL?
One uses table.
Pardon?
I think one of them uses tables.
Which one?
SQL is retrieve relations.
Yep, relational database, yep. Okay, and what else? So let me show you what SQL is. So I don't have SQL installed, but I'm going to use Excel instead. Right. So basically, like I said, SQL is a relational database, and also they use schema. What's a schema? Pardon? Schema. So there are certain. So what in SQL? What is column in SQL in terms of terminology? Field, yeah. They use. So column is field in SQL or NoSQL, and rows is basically individual records, right? So in SQL, so let's just say I have, I don't know, field ID, name, gender, age. Give me another field. Give me location. Let's call it address or city. Right. No matter what, I will have to fill in every field. So let's just say ID1, name, Faraj, male or female, male, age 18, just to make you feel better. And then London. Right. What happens if I leave this empty? Huh?
Undefined?
Not undefined. So no matter what you have in SQL, you must fill this in, or you can just do null. So basically, you can't leave it empty in SQL. Yeah, yes, leave it null, 0, whatever. But in NoSQL, what happens in NoSQL?
You can leave it empty.
Keep it.
Why is that? Do you know why? What kind of format do NoSQL? What does it use? Rather than, so basically in SQL, it's based on tables. So no matter what, I have to fill this in no matter what. In NoSQL, they behave like JSON objects. So in JSON, like objects, I can basically say, I can do this. Object ID 1, comma, name, Faraj. Can't spell your name right.
Yeah.
Faraj, comma, should be in strings. So Faraj, yep, that's fine. Name, age. I can ignore age if I want, and then city. London. Oh, God. I can do this. So basically, I don't have to provide all of the fields in NoSQL. Whereas in SQL, I must fill in everything, no matter what. So you see the difference? See how flexible NoSQL is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. And what else with SQL? Anything else with SQL? Yeah? So with SQL, you have to link to another table, no matter what. And with NoSQL, it's flexible. So that's why a lot of companies are adapting to NoSQL, more and more people. However, with SQL, it's, in terms of queries, in terms of complex queries, they're far more superior than NoSQL. So that's why many companies are still using SQL, but depending on the size of the company. Okay. Now, I'm now gonna open Mongo. So there's two requirements. You have to open two terminals. One is called MongoD, so MongoDaemon. What is MongoDaemon? Do you know? And the other one is MongoShell. So MongoDaemon is like a database server. So you must keep it running. It's basically like it keeps database running basically. So you have to do that. So MongoD, and you have to open another terminal which is called Mongo, which is the Mongo shell where you access the database, where you can control it, where you can do your analyzing. Yeah. Now, so does anyone know how I can show the database? So I already opened Mongo already by typing Mongo shell, and MongoDaemon is just basically a database server. So I can just minimize that. So I don't need that anymore. Now to show the database, I need to type in show DBS. Right. So please ignore the first three. That was for my Codeflix project. So ignore that. Just focus on local. Now. So like I said, ignore the three. So I don't have any database here. So therefore, I need to create one. Yeah? So, in terms of database, does anyone know CRUD? Create and then what? Replicate. Are you sure? Yeah, read. What's the next one? Update and the last one? So you guys are familiar with the terminology, yeah? CRUD. So first, obviously, I'm going to start with create, read, update, and then delete, yeah? Right, so to create a database, I need to use the keyword use to create a database. And then the next one is the name of the database. So I'll just call it Codiri for now. And then it says, oh, can you guys see, by the way? Yeah, all clear? Cool. And now, if I go back to show DBS, oh, there's nothing. Does anyone know why? Exactly. Well done, Jack. Well done. Now, does anyone know how I can create something? Create a record. Right. So first of all, I need to type in DB, which stands for database. Now, before I create a record, I also need to create something called a collection. Does anyone know what a collection is? Collection? Pardon? Not yet. Not yet. Well, we'll get to that later. Right. A collection is like a table in SQL. So it's basically like a collection of records. So before I create a record, I must allocate it somewhere, like to a collection. So first of all, let's just call it, I don't know, let's call it a collection of students for now. So I will be picking on some people here to ask for their names and personal information. Right, so db.students, that's my collection name. And then to create a record, I need to type in insert. So that's the method to create a record, as well as to create a collection. Right, so what's the special word for record in Mongo, or NoSQL in general? So we have collection for a collection of records, but so what's for records? What's the special word for record? A document, yeah? It's called a document. So to create a document, I must surround it in parentheses, and then you mentioned key value pairs. Well done. Key value pairs. And inside I can create, like you said, key value pair. So let's just say, what should I say? First name, Raj. I'm gonna pick on you. And then last name. Okay, I'm gonna need to ask you that.
Shaman,
S-H-A-M-A-N. Shaman, yeah? So let me enter that. Right, I get this. Right result. Inserted, meaning that it's been created. Now, if I go back to show DBS, I now have the database called Codiri. Are we clear so far? Yeah.
The database will not be created unless you insert.
Basically, because if there's nothing in the database, it won't reveal it. It won't reveal it. Yeah. Any questions regarding to create? I'm gonna create. I might as well do like 5 records of students. So I'm gonna pick on 4 more people. Who shall I pick on?
So now we have 5 different databases.
Yes, no. It's only. It should be 2. These are part of Codeflix, the admin and config. So like I said, just ignore the first 3. Yeah. Just focus on Codiri for now. Right. I'm gonna create 4 more documents, 4 more students. So let's just say. I'm gonna pick on you. Yeah. What's your name? Sorry.
Okay. My question was,
Yeah, go on.
what means 5 different lines, like admin, config, Codeflix, and Codiri, it's name of database.
Yeah. Name of the database. Yep.
But what is admin, config, and what's
That's part of Codeflix, the project. So that's the just settings for Codeflix.
Oh,
So like I said, just ignore the first 3 because that's for my previous project in Codeflix. But for now, like I said, just focus on Codiri for now. Yeah.
okay.
Sorry. What's your name?
Okay.
Kate. Okay. And what's your surname?
H-A-B-R-E-N-K-O.
H-A.
R-H-A.
Okay, never mind.
H-A-V-R.
Okay, don't worry. I'll call you half an hour.
Okay.
I'll call you half an hour. Right, let's create 3 more. I need more records because otherwise.
Bilal.
Pardon?
Bilal. B-I-L-A-L. B-I-L-A-L.
B-I.
L. Bill.
Oh, Bill. I'll call you Bill for now.
Yeah, Bill.
Okay, I'll
N.
call
Bill N.
Bill N. Exactly. Let's
There you go, make
make
it
let's make
simple.
it faster. All right, I'm gonna pick on Jack. I know your surname. Is it Painter?
Hey, Jack.
Okay. All right. Let me do this very quickly. Otherwise, we'll be here forever.
So it's
All right. Let me do this very quickly. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for fun. All right. Let's do one more.
I'm an Adam.
Who shall I pick on? Oh, Kieran. I'll pick on Kieran. Hey, hiya. Kieran, hello.
You're with my man.
Kieran Knightley, okay? No, I'm joking. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, error, what's that? Got a bit distracted there. Kieran. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, last name you said equal.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, that's why. No worries. Got a bit distracted by your surname. Right, done. So, let's have a look. Now, let's have a look. So first of all, I want to let me clear this. Now let's see so far what we've been doing so far. All right, you're right, mate. So Sebastian, we're doing MongoDB today. So how to create, how to read, update, and delete, the data and all that. Yeah. So far we have a database called Codiri. Yeah, so ignore the first 3. That's from our Codeflix. We have a database Codiri, and we have created a collection, which is basically that. We created a collection called students, and to find out the records that we created, the documents we created, I can use something called find. So that will tell me what I've been creating in terms of documents. Yeah, so I have 5 records: Faraj, Kate, Bill, Jack, Kieran. Yeah. So are we okay so far? So fine. So don't get confused with JavaScript. Yeah. So this is for NoSQL. Yeah. Cool. Right. Any questions so far before I move on? Now let's move on to queries. Right. Go on, yeah, go on, please,
no
please.
SQL. It's no SQL. That's
Not only SQL. Yeah. So it's not just SQL. So like I said, SQL and NoSQL very similar, but with SQL, with NoSQL, you don't have to enter every values. Yeah. Every key, that kind of thing. Right. So what if I'm only interested in Farage? I mean, you know, in Mongo. Right. So I can do a query. Don't take that out of context.
Would you search for this unique ID?
Pardon?
Would you search for the unique object?
Yeah, nice one. How do I do that?
I'm hoping that's copy paste the icon.
Copy and paste the. Oh gosh, what happened? Copy and paste this ID. Right. How do I specify the key? So here's the key. With or without speech marks? With or without? Pardon? Without. Yeah. So.
Speech marks are within the brackets and object.
Yeah. So like I said, it's pretty much like an object. So it behaves like an object basically. So you can do it. So you do it without speech marks for the key. So I specify ID colon and then the object, the ID. So what will happen? Exactly. Yeah. My favorite man, Farage. Yeah. So what if I'm only interested in the first name? So object, yeah? So key, which is the first name, yep. For Raj, you know what, let me pick on someone else, Jack. Right, and then last name, yeah? Painter. See? Right, one question.
What if you just
Yeah, go on.
write first name chat, still find the record, right?
Yeah, let me show you. Yeah. So what will happen if there's more than one Jack? Exactly. Yeah. So if there's another Jack, obviously it will appear as well. Yeah. Right. Any questions so far regarding to that? Yeah. Very clear. So what if I just want first name and not the last name as well as the object? So with the find method in Mongo, by the way, in NoSQL, there are two parameters. The first one, which is the query, which we just did by just a moment ago, and there's a second parameter called projections. So for projections, it's basically saying you can specify or restrict the fields to appear or not. Yeah. So if I can demonstrate to you, so db.students.find. Now I don't have to. So because query is the first parameter, I always have to leave this here, whether there's no query or not. That way, because Mongo will, if you don't put in the empty object, they will think you're trying to do the query. So let me demonstrate to you. Right. So what if I just want to return the last names? I do last name, and for the value, it's based on booleans, so whether it's true or false. So if I type in true, all the last name will appear. But why ID appear as well? Why did ID appear as well? Does anyone know? Sorry. So with ID, with underscore ID, it's an internal system for Mongo. So whether you like it or not, it will appear unless you specify it to false. So even though I entered last name ... true, ID will appear whether you like it or not. However, if I specify ID false, what will happen? It will just basically show you the last names. Yeah?
Even though they all have an ID?
Pardon?
Even though they all have an ID.
Mm-hmm. So whenever you create a document, a record, Mongo will automatically create an ID for it. Yeah. So it's like an internal system for Mongo. Yeah. Right, so what if I want to do a query as well? Students.find. Right, what should I do this time? Let's do last name. Last name. Ha. Right, what else should I do? Yeah, I just do first name because there's not many examples. Right, true. What will happen here?
Will display category.
Oh, actually, no, let's do false. Just to
Case.
do false. So obviously, first name is not here. However, ID is here as well. So if I don't want ID, I can do what I just did before. ID dot false. So only the last name will appear. Yeah. Cool. Any questions so far? So that's
Why did you specify that the first name is false?
so I don't want to return first name. I don't want to return last name.
But on the example you gave before,
Which one's that?
the one where you put the find curly braces last name.
Yeah. So if I don't want to specify any queries, and I only want a list of last name without ID. Yeah, it will return a list of last name like us, like the results shown.
But what would happen if you write the same line and instead of putting last name true?
Go on, let me show you. So students dot find. What do you want? You want this to be empty?
No, just like db.students.find curly braces, comma,
Curly braces colon. Sorry.
curly braces, comma, like the line,
Comma here, yeah.
like the line you have where it says last name true, ID false.
True ID.
Above Shaman, this last
Yeah,
Shaman.
exactly.
Above.
Oh, this one, yeah, go on.
So the exact same line, but instead of writing last name true, last name ha.
Oh, no. So basically, for the second parameter, which is projections, it's mainly for whether you want to return certain fields. So it's different to query. So with query, I want to specify last name ha, or
No idea.
yeah, or bond, whatever. Yeah. So that's query only. But for projections, it's mainly for fields to return certain fields or to exclude certain fields. Yeah. So let's do another example. Let's just say I want to return a list of first names. So if I want to return the list of first names, I specify true. Yeah. Okay. So obviously ID appeared as well because I didn't specify to false. Yeah. So if I specify to false for ID, so false, only a list of first names will appear. Does it make sense?
Yeah, but I still don't understand why did you before specify that first name false, that since I have the feeling that if you don't specify it, it will not output.
So give me an example.
Ah.
Huh?
Sorry?
Give me an example, because I still don't understand your question, sorry. Yeah.
If instead of he puts true, he will get a list.
No, I mean on the line just after last name Fowler, right?
Fowler, where is it?
Last name Fowler. There's a,
It's this one? Yep, go on.
so the line afterwards,
This one, yeah?
yes.
Yeah, go on.
In that case, if you wouldn't have specified first name false,
Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. I get what you mean. Right, so if I do db, so database.students.find, so give me, so last name you said Fowler.
no, I mean, right, exactly the same line without the first name false.
Then it's just that first name false.
Okay,
Don't show the first
No.
name.
Okay, I get what you mean. So if I do this, what will happen, Sebastian? What will happen if I do this?
Empty.
Or if I do this, what will happen? No. Let him answer.
In that case, it may list all of them.
Yeah, well done. See? So what's the difference between this? So what's the difference between find with the empty object and find without the empty object? What will happen is if I do this as well?
There you don't even have the curly braces, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what would you tell me.
Guess. Have a good guess.
Nothing.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I'm just guessing.
Okay. So there's no difference. So same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So what will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do this?
We return.
Yeah. Let him answer.
Yeah. All the links.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the same thing. Yeah. Does it make sense? So what will happen if I do this? Last name, painter. What will happen if I do this?
It will show the whole line for Jack.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah. So there's no difference. You can do it without or with or without the object for the second parameter. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
So the boolean will dictate if you want one or you don't want one.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah. No. Ask me a question. It's fine. Yeah. Cool. All right. Any questions before I move on? No, right. Let me show you another one. So dot students find one. What's this one?
ID.
What else?
It will only return the first value that it finds. Like not finding like React.
Exactly. It will show me the very first record that I've created. Yeah? So what will happen if I do this?
It will return your first name.
Yeah, give me a field, Jack.
First name true.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You get. So if I don't want ID, I do this.
Because you used to find one, you find the first one.
Yeah, basically. It will always find the very first record that you created for the collection. Yeah. Cool. Right. Any? Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just introducing to different methods.
So just to check this. So the first set of curly braces, do you have to have?
You have to, yeah. So.
That's the idea.
So let me show you. So if I do db.students.find one, and then I do first name dot true, what will happen?
It's going to return the first person.
Nope.
They will find the first one.
Yeah. So basically, for the first parameter, it's for queries. Yeah. So it will search for the key's first name and the value true. So what will happen?
It will return
First
nothing.
name.
Well done. See, he said it. It will return nothing. So no, basically.
There is no true first.
Exactly. There's no such thing as true, right? Well, for that particular example. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Jack.
Yeah.
So if I go back to do this, it'll return the first record for first name. Yeah. Cool. All right. Any questions so far before I move on?
Can you specify one argument statement for each key?
So give me an example.
So you have 3 keys, ID, first name and last name.
So what do you want?
If you can, I don't know, I don't think it makes any sense because if you put, I was meaning like if you put first name true, last name false, if you can put one for each.
So you want all the fields to appear? You want all the fields, so I do this one, and you only want which one to appear. So which fields you're more interested?
Any, I just want to know if you could put.
Yeah. So if for example, I want first name to appear, all of the first name. So I put it to true, but I don't want ID to appear. So I do ID false.
No.
Do you want last name as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I also want last name to appear, so true. Yeah. So first name and last name.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I don't want ID to appear as well as the last name, I'll do false. Ooh, what happened? Let's have a look. What did it say? Projection cannot. Oh, mix of inclusion. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I don't know why. It's a bit strange. So let me try again. So last name. So this is true. See, let's do. So I can do that, but for some reason I can't do last name false. Projections can have a mix of inclusion. Okay. Right. So yeah, don't know why. Right. Any questions so far? Yeah. So that's basically read. Now to update. What's the special method for update? Have a good guess.
Update.
Yeah, update.
Yes.
Right. So sorry, what's your name?
And
Yeah, Ahmed. So what's the command to update a record?
DB
DB.
students.
Yep.
And then update.
Update. Exactly. Right. Give me something. Which one do you want? Which record you want to update?
First name.
First name. Whose name you don't like?
First name. Turn right to Sebastian.
Pardon?
Sebastian. Right to Sebastian.
Right. So I want to get rid of Faraj. Let's get rid of him. I don't like his name anymore. Let's give him a new name.
Black and no sensitive.
Right. So the first parameter for update is query. What's the second parameter?
Is it the one that you're replacing?
Yeah, basically. So for the second parameter, to update the first name for Raj, I need to give this key name called set. So that's a special keyword to update a record. And then I need to specify what I want to change it to. So first name, give me a new name, give me a new life.
So I still have to mention the key value.
Yeah, so I have to use the keyword set in order to update his first name. Faraj, what do you want a new name?
Seb.
Huh?
Seb.
Seth, yeah?
Seb. S-E-B.
S-E-P.
B.
B. Seb. Okay.
It's 5.
Now, will this work? Yep. So here it says, basically it says matched 1, meaning it matched the first name for Raj, and modified 1, meaning it's been modified. So if I check it out, so how do I read a record?
Fine.
Exactly. Oh, not update. Oops. Find.
Fine.
And then how do I specify
First name.
first name?
Not yet.
So what will happen if I type in Faraj?
No.
Nothing will happen. Nothing will return. So meaning that you no longer exist, Faraj. Yeah. So I type in Seb. And here you go, Seb Sherman.
And your family.
Identity theft.
Identity theft. Yeah? Does it make sense, guys? Right. I can change the record, the key, and the value, but what else can I do with update?
You say insert update read.
No. We're still in update, by the way. I'm finished yet. Right. For update, I can change the record, change the key and value. Well, not key, but the value. But I can also add a key to it. Add another property, basically. Add another field. Okay, I get mixed up. This is field for now. Yeah. I can add a new field. So.
You can remove.
I'll get to delete to the end. I'll get to delete later. Right. So to add a new property, I can do students.update. So let's just say, look for the first name, Seb. Right, do you guys remember?
Yeah. $set.
Dollar set. Right, give him a new property. Give him a new field. What do you want? What sex? Oh, gender. Yeah, gender. All right. I just misread. I just misread your message there. I said, what do you guys want? He said sex. I'm like,
Sorry.
Okay.
French sex is like sex, male or female.
oh, okay. Don't worry, I will edit. Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay.
You can just ask me.
Okay. It's early in the morning. Kids might be watching this, so
Marco.
let's be careful there. Right, gender, male or female? Is he male or female? Male, well, hopefully. So I can add the property. Can I update a property at the same time?
Why not?
Why not exactly? Right. Sorry, Faraj. I need to change your last name as well.
No worries.
What do you want?
I don't know, let's think of something.
Can I call you Bond?
Why not?
Bond. Right. Seth Bond. That's a weird name. Right. Will this work?
Yes.
Yeah, it works. So let's find out. db students.find with the first name. Actually, you know what? Let's use last name. Bond. There we go. Seb Bond. And he's a male. Yeah? So that's how you can update a record and also add a new property. Yeah?
So what is update 1?
There's no such thing as update 1. That's for find one. Yeah, find one is a special method, just so that you just want one record. Yeah. So if I demonstrate to you, so if I say db.students.find1, you'll always look for the very first record created. Yeah. Okay.
Can you pass something
Yeah,
inside?
yeah, I can. I was gonna do it. So last name, painter. Well, I mean, if there's more than one painter, you'll always find the first one. Yeah. So actually, you know what? Let's demonstrate it. Let's create another painter. So students dot. Oh wait, yeah. What's the key? What's the method for creating? Okay.
Insert.
Yeah, that's it. Insert. Right, first name, I don't know, Matthew, whatever. Last name, painter. Right, so let's have a look. Right, so db students.find1. So actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let me demonstrate the list of painters here. So I want to specify the last name to only painter. So what will happen here, guys?
It returns both.
Returns both. So what will happen if I do find one?
It will return Jack.
The very first one, yeah? So does it make sense, guys? For find one?
Just first because you created.
Yeah, so you'll always find the first one, yeah. So you'll basically find the first one based on the ID, yeah? So the ID for Jack Painter is F, well, the ending with F0, and for the ID for Matthew Painter is the ID ending with F2. Yeah. Cool. Right. Any questions so far for update? Right. Before I move on to delete, I want to do some aggregations. Now, aggregation meaning how to group your records. Yeah? So, what's the special method? So for example, I want to sort you guys in alphabetical order. So if I do db.students, find, not yet. I still need to find, I still just do my query first. So let's just say I'm interested in, let's leave that empty. I'm only interested in, I don't know, the last names. So what do I do if I want last names only? For the second parameter.
Oh, true.
True, yeah? What is it, prick?
Sorry, would it be the same to put first name false?
Sorry?
Would it be the same to put instead of last name true, first name false?
It won't return.
You won't return first name. So if I don't want the ID, I'll do this as well. False. Now I want to sort it in. I don't know. I want to sort it in by first name. What would I do? Yeah. So if I put in the method sort here, I want it in first name. Actually, it doesn't make sense. Let me show you the list of first name and sort it by last name. Last name. Now, to sort it in, if to sort it by this ascending order, I use the value 1. So that's for ascending. So if I show you, so here I have a list of first name, but however, it's based in the order of the last name in alphabetical order. So if I do it again, so let me give you another example. So if I want to return, actually it doesn't make sense. Let me show the first name and last name, and sort it by last name in ascending order. So here we have a list of records with first name and last name, as well as other properties, but in alphabetical order by last name. So B, F, H, N, P, P. Yeah?
Because you're using number 1 there.
Exactly. So in ascending order. How do I do it in descending order, guys?
2.
Let's do it. Did you say 0? Yeah. Let's try it. Error. Who said 2? No.
Minus 1.
Whoa! Well done, Jack. Well done. See? Does it make sense, guys? So -1 and 1. So what will happen if I leave this empty, the sort?
We sort by descending.
So if I leave everything empty here, so if I put everything empty here, an error. Why is that, guys?
Because you're trying to sort the entire database.
No. You need to specify an object. Yeah. So NoSQL is based on JSON objects. So for sort, it's a bit picky. You need to give him a type of things to sort. So you need to put in an empty object or something inside. So if I do this, right. So what is it sorting by? Yeah, exactly. Who said that? Well done, Ahmed. Well done. Yeah. So it's sorting it by the ID. So E, 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 F, and then 0, 1, and 2, and so on. Right. Seth, give me another example to sort.
Well, you can sort by first name.
First name, yeah? Let's try that. First name and then what? How do I, ascending or descending?
You can do it ascending with 1 or
Yeah,
descending
ascending,
with
yeah.
1.
So it will give me a list of records, a list of documents based on the first name in alphabetical order, yeah? So how do I exclude the ID here? Do you remember?
In find, you have to put.
Actually, no, let's do it from scratch again. Hold on.
I
Yeah, let Seth answer. Right, so do you remember how to do it? Do you remember how to find a record?
db.students.
db.students, yep.
.find.
Yep.
Parentheses.
Parentheses? Or, yep, parentheses, yeah, and then what?
Curly braces.
Yep.
Inside. And in that case, you should put ID inside the parentheses.
What do you mean? What do you want to do now? Do you want to do a query or do you want to move on to projections to return certain fields?
No, I just want not to show the ID.
Not to show ID, yeah? Okay, cool. So ID, so underscore ID, false.
False.
Now, to sort, what do you want to sort it by? With or without objects?
Or to sorted by last name.
Last name, yeah? With or without objects?
Sorry?
With or without? With or never mind, alright. Yeah, last name, and then one or ascending or descending.
Descending.
So what's that? One or minus one? One, yeah? Yeah? So I'll have a list of records with the first name and last name without ID.
Okay.
Yeah?
And then, what was the other option you were giving me? With or without what?
Oh, never mind. So basically, I said to you, do I need to include the curly braces, basically? Do I need to include or not?
Ah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. No worries, no worries. Yes, include curly braces, yeah? Right. So how, is there a way, if I only want, I don't know, only want 2 records for this list? So basically, I want to limit to only 2 records.
Which two?
Let's just say I only want the first 2.
Would you be able to then do like a search for the index?
No. Okay, you're thinking JavaScript.
Yeah. I'm trying to-
Okay, you're thinking JavaScript. This is Mongo, by the way. Mongo is it's another language. It's a query language. Yeah. So with aggregation, I can chain more than one method. So for example, so students find. Jack, give me an example.
The last name true.
Yeah, last name true. True. And then what do you want to sort it by?
Ascending order, so 1.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sorry, ascending order, so by 1.
Which one? Which property?
Oh, first name?
First name? Fist, okay. First name. Ascending, did you say ascending or descending?
Ascending, sorry.
What's ascending?
1.
Yeah. Right. So obviously, if I do this, it will give me a list of records in ascending order by first name. Right, don't know. Yep. Okay, don't know why it didn't give me that. Let's have a look. Let's try again. Yeah. Don't know why that. So you give me that. Let me try this one. True. Okay. I have to specify true as well. Right. So you give me a list of records with first name and last name. So what if I only want the first 2 records? What's the method? What's the special method for it? It's called limit. So if I just want to limit to 2 records, I do .limit and then pass in 2. And it will give me the first 2. Yeah? So if I want the first 4, I put in 4 and it will give me the first 4. Is there a way if I can skip the first 2? What's the special method for it? I just gave you the answer, by the way.
Skip.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So I don't know what I was going to do. Sort. Skip. I don't know. Let's just say skip the first 2. So n painter. Don't. Okay. N painter. Okay. What happened here? So it skipped the last name n and painter, and it gave me. And it started from Fowler and Painter Bond. Yeah? So these kind of methods are very useful when you want to do some query. Right, any more questions before I move on to the last bit? Because we're running out of time. I need to be quick.
If I want to choose
Randomly.
randomly order, for example, second and fourth, it's not for...
No. You need to specify skip, limit, that kind of thing. You can't do randomly now. Yeah. Any more questions? Do you want me to repeat? You want me to go back and show you guys how to do it? Yeah? Right, let's do a bit of recap before I move on to the last one, delete, because I will be deleting some data, so we can't go back. Right, so what's the special method for creating? DB students dot insert, right? And then you create your I don't know. Let's do first name. Let's do my name, Vincent, and then my last name.
Before this,
Yeah.
to create a database, you have to use, right?
To create a database. Actually, you know what? Let me finish this, mate. Hold on. Let me finish this very quickly. Yeah. So let me create a record first. Oh yeah. Right. So Vincent. Let me do this very quick. Oh my God, what happened? Let me do this very quickly. Hold on. So yeah, to create a record, I need to do insert. First name Vincent, and last name Man. So that's how I can create a record. So let's check it out first. Hold on. So there's a new record. Right. To answer your question, Ahmed, you said to create a database. So if I go back to show databases. So like I said, ignore the first three. Right. So for this one database for Kadiri, how do I create a new database?
Use.
Use. Give me a database name.
Students.
Pardon?
Students.
Students. Okay. Let's use another one. Because you might get confused with collection. Yeah, you get confused. Let's call it customers. Sorry? Yeah, customers. Yeah, it's called customers. So what will happen if I do show DBS? What will happen? Exactly. It's because we haven't created anything yet. So how do I create a new record? So let's go back to db dot
No, customers.
customers. Exactly. Customers. Actually, not customers. Not customers. Yeah, basically, I switched to customers database, but I now want to create a collection of records to represent. I need to create a collection that will represent the individual records, so the documents. So customers, people? Yeah, okay. Let's create people. Pardon?
I'm just looking at like the second clients. You say clients. Clients and customers, right?
Okay. Well, let me make things up. DB customers in terms of, I don't know, books. For books. Customers for books, whatever. Dot insert. Right, so title, I don't know,
So now we
Harry Potter.
specify the field.
Sorry?
We create
I'm creating basically,
first
so when I create a new database, I also have to create a collection as well to represent the list, to represent the records of the database exactly. So I created, I don't know, customers for books. I'm just an example. So title, I don't know, Lord of the Rings. Yeah? Whatever, doesn't matter.
my other question is, now we've just tapped DB books. How do we know whether to go to Kadiri, conference, or customers?
Yeah, I'll show you. So DB, so let me do this first. DB books dot find. So you'll show me the record that I've created. Right, to find out what collections I've created, I do db dot get collection names. So it will show me what collections I've created, meaning the tables, basically. Yeah? Right, Ahmed, does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense now. I know because at the top it said switch to DB customers. My first question was basically because
Right, let me. Right.
database in my end.
Exactly. So before there's no customers database before because there's nothing created. So if I do show DBS now, what will happen, Ahmed?
It will show you the customers. Right?
Exactly. It will show me the customers.
What if I want to delete?
I will move on to that in a bit. Yeah, I will move on to that. So far, I just want to recap if everyone's on, everyone's in sync.
But no, the question that Ahmed asked, I want to know.
Yeah, I got because the question I asked was when you enter the books, which database will you go to? But if you look at it, when he used the word use customers, it said switch to customers.
Yeah, exactly. Use is the keyword to use. Use is like which database you want to play with. or not play with, but you know, you get what I mean. Yeah,
Signs,
exactly. Assign, yeah, you assign to a database, yeah. Right. So you're familiar with create now, yeah? With create. So with read, what's the special methods for reading data?
Fine.
Exactly. So if we just go back to books. Dot find.
Even though we have a database called customers, we will never use customers again.
Well, there's no point because you've already assigned it to customers. So what's the point? Typing customers. Yeah.
I'm a little bit confused about that.
So
You're in the data.
yeah. So if I use customers, yeah, it says switch to customers. So what's the point typing customers again? Because it's been assigned to customers. So there's no point. Why waste your time? Exactly. But with collections, it's different because you might have more than one collection, right? So that's why if you want to analyze a particular collection, you have to specify it. Yeah.
So technically, you say now we have a collection called books. We can also have another collection.
Yeah. So let's create another collection. Give me a type of collection for customers.
Movies.
Movies. Exactly. Okay. Cool. Dot movies. Dot insert. Title. I don't know. James Bond.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. James Bond. Whatever.
Seth Bond.
Oh yeah, let's do that. All right, Seth Bond then.
Seth, B.
Oh, V.
B, Bravo.
Oh, bravo, Seb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sebastian. Don't know. I don't know why I call you Seth. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Seth Bond. Right. So how do I find out the collections? db.get collection names, books and movies. Yeah. So what if I now want to do a query on a particular collection?
Movies or books.
Exactly. Well done. So let's just say I'm interested. Obviously, it's only one record, but for the sake of argument, let's just say movies. Not titles. Title. Can't spell. Seb Bond. So obviously, I only return Seb Bond. Yeah. So what if I want to find out customers? Then I have to specify, or not customers. Sorry, customers of books. What if I want to analyze the collection books? I'll just do this. Find. Yeah. Does it make sense, Ahmed?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. Right. Next one. So you're cool with create. You're okay with read. Update. How do I update it? Update. I don't know. Update. I don't like Seb Bond anymore. I want to update something else.
James Bond.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. James Bond. Exactly.
movies.
Yep.
Update.
Update. Yep.
And then use by title.
Yeah. Title. Yeah. Title. Seb Bond.
And then set.
$sign. Well done. Set.
Title.
Title.
James Bond.
Exactly. So will this work, guys?
It should.
Yeah, it works. So let's have a look. Movies. Find. James Bond. What if I want to add a new property to this record?
UDB.movies.insert.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this from scratch again, just to make you guys remember. Movies. Update. Right. Let's query based on the object, just for fun. So ID. So let's do a query based on the ID. So underscore ID. And then to add a new property. What do I do? What kind of property do you want?
Rating.
Rating, yeah. So what rating? 5?
6 out of 10.
Oh, 6 out of 10. Okay, cool. 6 out of 10. Okay, will this work, guys? Actually, let's do it in strings. Makes more sense.
So
I thought you were right. I thought you had to insert. Adding
With
new
the
field.
ID, you don't just put the ID.
So insert is for creating a new record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but to update with update and to add a new property, you have to use the update method. Yeah,
This will work.
It will work.
this will work. Yeah.
It will create new, yeah.
Nope. Correct. So let's try again. So db.movies.updates. Let's see. Let's do it based on the ID.
Do you still need to put object ID or just the ID?
Wait, hold on. Let me try this first. Hold on. I want to add. Let's just say rating. Let's call it 6. That's it. Yeah. So it doesn't. I think it doesn't. Oh, because I added another coded braces. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Does it make sense, guys? To add a new property. So let's now let's have a look and let's see what we've got. So based on the ID. So yeah. So we have title, James Bond, and rating 6. Yeah. Cool. Now let's move on to delete. So, any more questions before I do some deleting? Right, so no questions, yes? No questions so far before I delete it? Right, so to delete a record, let's just say I don't like this one, I don't want this anymore. I need to,
Can we start by trying to delete the whole database?
pardon?
Can we start trying to delete the whole database?
Probably that will delete for next.
Before I move on to that one, I want to delete one, I want to do one by one, yeah? Step by step, before I delete everything. Does it make sense, Jack? Yeah. Okay, let me delete one record, and then I move on to collection, and then I delete the whole database, yeah? Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Okay, cool. Right, db.movies. Right, what's this special method? Delete, not delete, no.
Remove.
Remove, who said that?
Okay. Remove.
Well done, mate. Remove. Right, let's just say I want to remove based on James Bond. So I don't want James Bond anymore. So James Bond. Right. Will this work?
Should. Yeah, you remove.
Removed. Yeah? So db.movies.find is empty because there's nothing now. It's gone. Boom.
I thought the reason we say that.
Yeah.
No. It's, so basically, I typed in the query. I said, for the first parameter for remove, it's the query parameter. So I said, look for a record with the title James Bond. Delete the whole record
Oh,
with the title James Bond, as well as other properties. Yeah?
so just to check, so I know this is okay, the situation wouldn't happen, but if you had, I don't know, two, like,
Yeah,
you
leave it.
had the title James Bond and you delete that, delete all of the James Bond.
Yeah.
films, right? Is that the idea?
Exactly. So for the query, I need to be as specific as possible. So that's why I prefer using ID, because it's more specific, right? Rather than using James Bond, because it's very generic. Because James Bond has what, 7 films? I don't know, more than 7 films. I can't
That's a
remember.
lot.
It's a lot, yeah. Well, that's Harry Potter, never mind. But anyway, yeah, does it make sense, guys? Yeah. So whenever you, makes sense. Whenever you want to remove a particular record, use ID because it's more specific, it's more unique, isn't it? Right. How do I delete a collection? DB. Not remove, no, unfortunately not. Mongo's weird. It's called drop. Yeah, to drop the whole collection. Yeah? So before I remove it, any questions?
Yeah.
Go on, please. Please.
Can you add a property for all of the entries?
Add a property update, yeah, that's update, yeah. To add a new property, you have to use update, yeah.
But can you do it for all the entries at the same time?
Oh,
I mean, the whole database.
yeah, so if you specify title with James Bond, so if all the films have the title James Bond, add this new property. Yeah?
Yep.
So for example, oh crap, I just removed it, never mind. I just pressed enter. But anyway, to answer your question, so if I say movies.update, so I want to find the query with the title update, not update, James Bond. James Bond. However, so once Mongo finds title James Bond, obviously you'll return the list of James Bond movies. But at the same time, I want you to add a new property called, I don't know, give me a property name.
Watch.
Watched. Oh, okay. Watch, and then, I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah? So it will basically add a property to every James Bond movies with the property watched.
Yep.
And yes. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Yeah? So that's the query parameter, yeah?
Can you draw a collection with the data inside, with the records inside?
Can't hear you.
Can you drop a collection
Yeah, so,
with fields inside?
no, let's do it separately, yeah. Let's do it separately. So to remove a record, just use remove method. To remove a collection, you use drop method.
Yes, I understand that. But if I have the record in the collection, and I don't want to remove anything yet, but I want to drop the database with the record in it, is it possible to do, or you will refuse?
I still don't understand your question, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, it's alright. You know, let's say for example, we've got collection books,
Yep, books, yep.
and we have a record inside the books.
Yep. So let me go back to that. Let me have a look. So let's go back to books. Dot find.
We
Yep.
have the record in there.
Yep.
If I use db.books.drop, will it drop with the record in, or it will?
It will basically drop the whole collection.
I thought it would display error and tell you to.
That's all it. Right. Before I drop collection books, any questions? Yeah. So if I drop it, regardless of the number of records, it will drop the whole thing, the whole collection.
Without warning or anything?
It will, without warning, yeah? So any questions before I do it?
No recycling.
Yeah? Before I do it, any questions? True. So if I go back to, if I do books.find, nothing, yeah? So if there's like 10 Lord of the Rings type, 10 records of Lord of the Rings, it will drop the whole thing regardless. Yeah? Now, at last but not least, how do I remove the database?
One question before the last.
How do I sorry, go on, Seth.
If you just want to remove a property,
No, you have to remove. You can't just remove property because what will happen to the value?
no, but I mean, for instance, we have James Bond and we added rating, and we say we don't
No,
need
there's
a
no,
rating.
you can't do that now. No, it will basically delete the whole record, whether you like it or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you add a property, it stays there.
Here an answer to that question.
Yeah. Right.
You said if you just want to remove the rating, not the title of the movie, is it possible? And said no.
No, you have to remove the whole record.
The question is, if you have a record and you have a title and rating, right? Property. If you just remove the rating and keep the title in there, you said it's not possible. It will remove it.
Yeah. Okay. Right, I ran out of time, so let's do this quickly. So let's go back to show DBS. So we have a database, Kadiri. Did I remove customers?
The custom is gone, but
Yes.
it's still there, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's because I removed books, right? I removed books and movies. That's why.
So how do we?
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, let's create another one. So let's go back to books. So let's create a new record. So db dot books dot insert. Let's do this quickly. Title. Hello, whatever.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, that's fine. db dot books dot find. Boom. Yeah. So we have that record. Now let's go back to show DBS. So we have books. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Kadiri, and we have books. Now, how do I remove books?
Withdraw.
Yeah. Drop what?
Drop collection.
Use books, drop books.
So DB.
Then you do drop database.
Mm-hmm.
What if you just write drop books?
Well, hold on, guys. Let me, because I need to check what. Yes, I see. Okay. I created database books and I created collection books. Doesn't matter. But anyway, db.books. Then I use the keyword, the method drop database. Yeah, I know. That's it. Yeah. So db.drop database. Yeah, that will delete the whole database. So what if I want to delete Kadiri? So obviously books is gone. Now I want to get rid of Kadiri. So first of all, I need to switch to Kadiri first. Kadiri, switch to Kadiri. Now I want to remove the whole database. db.drop database. Yeah. Is that right? It's gone. Yeah, so now it's gone.
Can you drop the local one?
Pardon?
Can you drop the local one?
No, that's not the. That's my computer. Don't do that.
I've got the local one and I've got the data in there that I did.
That's my computer. I don't want to delete my local database. Right. Right. Any more questions before I end it?
Maybe we require records or databases if we delete it.
Date it.
Yeah, data or records from data.
Recover.
Recover.
No, I don't think you can. No. That's the problem with databases. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.